Lottie will get his minutes. In fact, the Laker coaching staff thinks that off of the bench, where he performed so capably several years ago, coming off after Kareem Abdul-Jabbar would start, that he might get the same number of blocks, the same number of rebounds. And also look for Anthony Peeler.
Anthony Peeler will be bringing in some points and some production as well. So I think the lineup change will definitely help the Los Angeles Lakers.
Nothing can hurt them. They're just playing badly right now, mentally and physically. And maybe this will be the lift that they need. Randy Funn and his staff, I think, to be commended on making this bold change. Two big, important positions being reloaded, so to speak. You better reload against this Utah club because they're awfully good.
Yeah, they started off with a guy by the name of Karl Malone. What can you say about Karl other than the fact that he's third in the league in scoring at 27 points a game?
Tony Smith is back at the hotel. He's got a severe sinus infection, and he will not be with the club tonight. If it doesn't improve by tomorrow, he may not even fly to Washington with us for Sunday's game. For Stu Lantz, I'm Chick Hearn. I'm anxious to see how it works, aren't you? All right, that's what we're going to find out when we give you the starting lineups again on the Lakers Basketball Network. James Edwards, 7'1", 254. Tony Smith, as I told you, will not be with the ball club tonight. The Marquette star is being held out with the sinus infection. Starting up front, James Worthy, where he always starts, 6'9", 230 pounds. 11th year. At the other forward, A.C. Green, Oregon State, back in his regular position, 6'9", 223. In the middle, it's going to be Sam Perkins, 6'9", 253, 31 years of age. In the backcourt, Sadale Threet, 6'2", 185, 10th year, West Virginia Tech. And Arizona State gives us Byron Scott, 6'4", 200 pounds. Byron's first start after he started the first 9 games of the year he was out. He has missed 23 games. Randy Funn, Chet Burtka, Billy Burtka and Chet Kammerer and Larry Drew are the assistants, and Gary Beatty the trainer. Rookie Stephen Howard is from DePaul in Chicago. Isaac Austin is a big center at 6'10". He is from Arizona State, and here's Karl Malone starting at a forward. Karl, number 32, was a first-round pick back in '85. At the other forward, Tyrone Corbin of DePaul, 6'6", 221. In the middle, Mark Eaton, UCLA, 7'4", 289. Johnny Stockton in the backcourt, Gonzaga, 6'1", 174. And at the other guard, Jeff Malone, Mississippi State, 6'4", 206 pounds. Jerry Sloan is the head coach. Phil Johnson, his assistant, was once coach of the year when he was coaching in Kansas City in the NBA. Gordon Chiazza. Very, very good ones. Jimmy Capers, Lee Jones, and Danny Crawford. About 6 minutes to start each quarter. About 24 minutes of the 48. He tips the ball to Karl Malone. Remember, Eaton is 7 feet and 4 inches tall. Stockton takes the ball over to Corbin. Corbin out in front to Stockton. Stockton bounces the ball, bounces off the kneecap, and then he retrieves it up Jeff Malone and out to Stockton on the simulcast. Right to drive on Sadale. Doesn't get it done. Comes around a pick by Eaton. Now the ball to Malone at the base. 18-footer, 2-0. Karl Malone, a 55% shooter.
That's why he's so difficult to defend. He can go away from the basket and knock it down.
Ball goes in low to James Worthy. Worthy against Corbin, out to Sadale. He'll pump a 21-foot jumper that's in there. Nice shot. 2-2 the score. The teams are perfect.
Sadale's going to have to look to shoot because they're going to double team Perkins and Worthy. Hands out of bounds.
Susan Stratton producing, directing for KCAL 9, and Frank Pollock doing the same duties for KCLA and our Laker Radio Network. Worthy's 18-foot jumper won't be close. The rebound is hit by Malone. The credit for the rebound will go to Corbin, who got the ball. He gives to Johnny Stockton, I think the best pure guard, point guard, that ever played the game. The ball in the front court, Stockton, three-point line, bouncing low to Karl Malone, double teamed out to Corbin, and somebody's still open, that's Jeff Malone. Back out to Corbin underneath, ball broken up by Worthy. He knocked Corbin's pass out. 4-on-2 break. Scott loses the ball and it goes off the hands of Corbin. A 4-on-2 break, and Scott is really mad at Scott.
Well, that's the case where Byron should be mad at Byron. He understands that he's the guy that almost turned it over. They had an opportunity to get an easy one.
Worthy will bring the ball in to Green. Back to Worthy at the base. 16-foot jumper, and the Lakers lead at 4-2. James Worthy.
But already you can see the difference in the quickness of the Lakers, with their, especially on the defensive end.
Stockton's got the ball in the front court. Stockton has the ball to the 21-foot mark. Straight away. Give the ball to Jeff Malone down the middle to tie it up, and an 8-footer is good. Jeff Malone, second best scorer, averaging 19 a game. This could be a real good ball game. Or off the hand of A.C. Green, I should say. It'll go out of bounds to Karl. Carl's got it, brings it into Jeff. Go to the base in the air, forces the shot up and forces it in between two purple uniforms.
Oh, he jumped from about 5 feet and landed right under the bucket.
6-4, the Jazz lead it. The ball into James Worthy. Worthy against Corbin. Turn, shoot, 18-footer, no good. He's been instructed to shoot the ball. You can see that. Stockton gets the rebound. He's out of the backcourt on a fast break. Under to Malone. Great pass, score. That's why we call him the best point guard that ever lived.
Boy, Johnny Stockton had really seized the floor. At that time, Karl Malone gets the recipient of a good pass.
Ball goes in low to Worthy. Lakers trail it 8-4. Worthy watches the ball come back in from three. Worthy drives, puts it up. He's fouled by Corbin. 2 shots coming to James, who made a real nice move. Johnny Stockton, by the way, has led in assists each of the last 4 years in the league. This club averages 108. The Lakers average 101. Free throws are both good by James. And Worthy in the ball game has 4 points. Pete Cressy. Perkins to the dribble. He's against Eaton. Big Mark's got a sore leg. Now the ball to Worthy. Worthy in turn. Shoots 17-footer. That's good. James Worthy. Now Worthy is trying very hard, fans. A lot of people think James hasn't been putting out this year. He's putting out, but a lot of times after you're 31 or 32 and played as many tough years in the league as he has, your mind wants to do things that your body can't do. And James, I think, is experiencing some of that. Here's a foul on Scott holding Malone on the dribble. That's Jeff Malone.
We'll tell you to do things, and after a while, your body just doesn't respond.
Stockton pass under to Eaton. Great pass again. It's a bullet, and he scores easily. Eaton hardly ever scores. Not supposed to. He averages 1 point a game. The boy with passes like that, Marge could score. The ball out in front to Threet. 20-foot jumper and away. Nice shot by Threet, his second outside jumper. And he kind of smiles at Johnny Stockton, who ran at him. It's a 10-10 ball game.
James Worthy already has 6 of the Lakers' 10 points, starting off very well. Johnny Stockton, though, makes it look easy. Mark Eaton says, I like passes like that on the Lakers Basketball Network.
At 6, the ball to Scott. Scott holds it up. Scott gives the ball to Sedale, and he gives it over to Perkins, who pulls out of the post, and Eaton goes with him. That takes Eaton away from rebound position, and Perkins hits over him. If you can get Eaton out front of that basket, you're doing a lot of things, because he can intimidate on shot attempts, and he can also rebound. And the ball to Threet. They push it in the front court. They bounce it to Byron. Byron's 16-foot jumper. No, short. Rebound Stockton. Shift it to the other gear, and here they come. Driving to the eastern goal to our right. Stockton around Threet. Stockton feeds the ball at the baseline. A good fake by Jeff Malone, and he hits a 17-footer. Boy, he's good.
Yeah, he's very good. He compliments Johnny Stockton very well, too.
He's made 3 out of 4 field goals in the ball game. Bucks before the season started. Good pass in low to Mike Brown. Turn, shoot, and make a 15-footer. Mike Brown looks less like a basketball player than anybody else in the NBA. But that was a nice shot, I'll tell you that. 14-12, they make 4 points in a row to lead it over the Lakers. Slapping the hand away of Brown is Perkins. He comes around Brown down the middle, scores. They ought to score 20 to 30 points on him.
Well, without Mark Eaton in the game, the Lakers can get to the basket quite easily.
Vlade will be in the next time it's dead. Malone, this will be a tough defensive assignment for Peeler. Malone down the middle, feeds it over to Humphries. He sets, he fires, he missed. Rebound is off. Volleyball by Green to Threet. Here's a 3-on-2 break. In the middle is Threet. To the right is Peeler. Peeler's got it. Foul is called against Humphries. Humphries got an awful lot of ball, but Humphries knows he also got an awful lot of flesh.
Yeah, you could hear the slap all the way over here as the Lakers in transition. Anthony Peeler, one of those players that will attack the basket. He gets fouled by Jay Humphries. He's going to shoot 2.
In the first quarter, Chick Hearn with Stu Lantz. Our associate studio director is Tommy Mouses. Chuck McKean is our associate remote director for television. Both free throws are good by Peeler. Humphries looked for Jeff Malone, coming on a curl play, we call it, around the pick. Corbin gives it back over to Jeff Malone. He's against Peeler. Screened by Brown. Malone at the base. 18-footer will be too long. It is, but the rebound is volleyball nicely by Corbin. Out to Brown. Back to Jeff Malone. 16-footer good. The value of keeping the ball alive.
Tyrone Corbin should get all the credit for that play.
16-16. And here's Perkins for 3. Nope, didn't want it. Into Vlade, playing the low post. Lowers the shoulder, down the middle. 8-footer, way short. Rebound Vlade. They knock it loose. It's a free ball to Brown. Mike Brown goes to the dribble. The decibels ring when he bounces it on the floor. Baseline to Jeff Malone. His 16-footer, no good, but the rebound by Carl will probably be. It is Karl Malone.
Karl Malone really getting to use his left hand an awful lot around the basket.
The Lakers give up 4 in a row to trail by 2 and call a timeout. I like the new method of play by the Lakers so far.
And so far, the Lakers have represented themselves very well. They trailed the Jazz 18-16 on the Lakers Basketball Network.
In there, and he came in with Peeler. Ball given to the high post Perkins. Back to Vlade. Vlade brings it over to AC Green. Out in front to Threet. Threet around Brown with the dribble all the way under. Score. Nice penetration. And the Lakers get a nice round of applause from their head coach, Randy Fund, the young man out of Wheaton, Illinois. In here last year, Corbin did from Minnesota's Timberwolves. Boy, how they could trade him, I don't know. Dribbling the ball out in front, Humphries takes it over to Jeff Malone. Malone back out in front to Jay Humphries. Inglewood High School product. Dribble drive, come to the right side. Goes in low. Oh, a great bounce pass to Karl Malone, who fumbles it out of bounds. What a nice pass by Jay Humphries.
Hey, he put a bounce pass right where you had to between a double team, right down the middle, right between the two defenders.
That saved the Lakers, of course, an opportunity to watch 2 points go down for Karl Malone. Bounce down the middle of Peeler. Underneath he goes, scores! What a play! How did he get that shot off? They had him covered, and then he brought it back and put it up with spin.
We talked about a bounce pass. AC just showed a nice bounce pass to Anthony Peeler, and then he double pumps a little bit and just uses athleticism to go up and over and get the three-point opportunity.
Peeler for a three-point play to give the Lakers their biggest lead of the game. He got it. He's made all 3 free throws he's tried. The Lakers lead 21-18, and so far the new experimental lineup is really good. Corbin, 6 on the clock. Out in front to Brown. Dribble. He knows it. 21-footer. No good. Rebound tipped by Karl over the backboard, but a foul on the Los Angeles Lakers, and it's on Sam Perkins.
Well, they called Karl Malone earlier in the ball game for a 3-second violation. That time he was in the lane for, I'd say, at least 8 to 10 seconds. And then on the shot attempt, missed shot, rebound, foul, Perkins.
It's free throw time. That's a 15 foul. He goes to the line a lot. He's been there 390 times and made 296. That's 76%. 390 free throw attempts. The most any Laker has tried, to give you some kind of a perspective, would be 152. That's the most. He shot 390. The Lakers almost beat him, but close doesn't count, except in horseshoes. Malone makes them both.
The Lakers did get him over here last year in April. Beat them, one of the 4 losses the Jazz suffered.
21-20, the Los Angeles Lakers now. And Karl Malone just made his team's only 2 tries. Both free throws by Vlade good. I'm going to tell you something, Stu. I feel Vlade looks more relaxed.
He shot those 2 free throws as good as I've seen him shoot them recently.
23-20, the Lakers are in front. Johnny Stockton will come in when it's dead. The ball out to Corbin. Down the middle of the unguarded Jeff Malone. Turn, shoot, 10-footer, no. Rebound off underneath. Big, burly Mike Brown puts it up. No, but he'll shoot 2 free throws. Oh, is he a horse under there?
Well, they call him the Bear, and you can understand why. He is something under the glass. He gets the offensive rebound.
Team suffered an injury that kept him out of most of the play. Second free throw is good by Brown. Shooting at 68% from the line. He got them both, and Randy Fund says 5 up. That's what we're going to run. The Lakers lead with 1:09 to play in the first quarter, 23-22. Ball to Vlade. Dribble around Brown. Reverse slam dunk is good. That's about as quick as Vlade has moved since maybe training camp. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, I think he looks relaxed, Chick.
I do too. I really mean that. 25-22. Dribble drive Stockton out in front to Karl Malone. Set. Fire. Didn't get. Nice rebound by Vlade. Both hands. The ball given to Threet. Here's a 4-on-3 break. Lob under to Eldon. It's going to be knocked away. Great play by Karl Malone. Beautiful play. Tapped it to himself. Stockton with it to Corbin. Corbin back to Stockton at the elbow. He throws the ball over to Humphries for a 3. Look out.
Well, I tell you what defense will do for you every time. They make a great defensive play down here, go to the other end and get a 3-pointer.
Jay Humphries gets his 12th 3-pointer of the year, and we're tied at 25. The ball out to Peeler, who will get a 3-pointer for the Lakers if he makes it, and he did. He is their leading 3-point getter. He's got 19 this year, and the Lakers go back in front. What a good first quarter.
Good ball game.
Ball in the front court to Humphries, 15 seconds left. Here's the ball out to Humphries. Humphries, that's the guy you hear hollering is the coach. He'll be hoarse by the end of the half. Don't worry about that. Stockton with the ball. Stockton around Vlade. Stockton down the middle. Knocked down by Threet. And no whistle is called. And Stockton sitting on the floor holds his hands out in an appeal to the referee. How do you think I got here? He said, I don't know. Maybe you were sitting down to call your dad and mom over there at their beautiful home on the Lakers Basketball Network. To Peeler. He wants to go back inside with the bounce pass to Vlade and does. Vlade backing in on Kristoviak. Takes it over to Threet. Down the middle. Turn. Gives it to Worthy. That's a 3. He got to shoot it with 3 in the clock. It's no good. Campbell's timing on the rebound was off, and the rebound comes to Humphries. Humphries 4-on-2. Down outside to Humphries. And Humphries hits an 18-footer on Stockton's perfect assist.
Well, the Jazz showed a little bit of quickness on that play. Rebound and pushed it up and got an easy opportunity.
Threet comes the other way, leading by 1. The Los Angeles Lakers looking for a road through here. Baseline to Campbell. 17-footer is good by Eldon. He took his time, really measured that shot.
That's what you have to do. You have to be able to be under control. If you're always out of control, have your mind made up, you don't play as well.
30-20. Here's Sedale Threet with it. The Laker lead is 30-27. Threet gets it back from Blotty. 22-foot jumper. Nice shot. Nice shot. Stockton did not give him any room. He was right on him. Good shot. 5-point lead, biggest of the game for either team. The Lakers enjoy a 32-27 advantage. We got 10 minutes left to play here. Jay Humphries. They have great bowling matches in the offseason. Now Cooper with the ball. Cooper looking inside to Worthy. Pass by Cooper thrown away. Very bad pass. Stockton, little guy, got it. Gives underneath to Brown. Scores. Slam dunk.
Yeah, Johnny Stockton read that pretty easily, but it was telegraphed by Cooper. John Stockton is second in the league in steals.
That's a bounce pass it calls for there. Not that kind of a pass that Coop tried. Their lead is 3. 9 minutes left to play here in the first half. Stockton with the ball. Stockton against Dwayne Cooper, screened by Brown. Now here's Stockton terminating the dribble, giving to Benoit. 17-footer on the way, no. Rebound should be Campbell's, and it is. Nice play, boxing out on the big, muscular Brown. Brown stands in at 6'10", 262. Now, here's Dwayne Cooper playing the point guard position for the Lakers. Inside, Kristoviak and Divac exchanging elbows and not pleasantries. Here's Worthy with the ball. Worthy with 9 in the 24. Worthy in low to Blotty. Blotty bounced the ball to Eldon. 17-footer by Eldon from the left side. That's good. Nice stroke he's got going tonight, Stu.
Again, took his time. Didn't try to out-jump himself. What I mean by that, jumped real high on that jump shot.
Kristoviak with the ball. Kristoviak gives the ball to Humphries, who buried a 3. Now to Brown. 18 feet out. He shoots. And made it! Brown knocked in an 18-footer, a 43% field goal shooter, averaging 6 points a game. That gives it back to Dwayne. Now over to Scott. 18-foot jumper will be too long. Hits the heel, comes off. 3 ball goes to Johnny Stockton. Littlest guy in white. Front court to Humphries. 18-foot jumper by Humphries is good. 34-33. The Lakers give up 4 in a row.
That's what makes Jay Humphries so valuable to this club, especially. He plays 2 positions. He can play the point guard and the off.
And Kristoviak, because they also got from Milwaukee, can play center and forward. Here's Cooper with the ball. Bouncing it over to Byron. The baseline to Campbell. Can he make 3 in a row? Nope, not this time. He missed from 16 and the rebound to Kristoviak. Kristoviak to Stockton. They can get the lead back. Stockton down the middle. Feeds it off beautifully to Humphries, and Humphries hits the shot. Boy, was that an acquisition for this club. They've made some great ones. I'm thinking of Corbin. I'm thinking of Humphries. I'm thinking of Kristoviak. They don't sit over here on their hands. They go to work and get people. 35-34. That's not to say that anybody else does it either, but I'm just reporting on this club alone. In the NBA, with the ball in the front court, we've got Dwayne Cooper posting up inside is Worthy. The ball to Scott, screened by Perkins. Scott hits over it. Nice screen. Good play set up in the Laker huddle, Stu.
Real nice, and Byron stroked it. He's not hesitating. That's the good mark of a shooter.
Game going. Here's the ball to Benoit. This 3-pointer no good. The rebound is tipped high into the air and tipped by Perkins, and it finally goes to Humphrey. He throws it into the face of Eldon Campbell, and Campbell might have gotten a broken nose. That hit him in the face so hard. Look out for the steal. Oh, the pass gets to Scott, and Johnny Stockton was trying to take Chick's words and turn them into the transition game and steal it. All right, the Lakers are up by 1. Just under 6 minutes to play in the first half. Worthy down the middle on Benoit. Puts it up and in. He spun to the left and went with rapidity to the line.
He was pointing to the free throw line for one of his teammates, and Benoit peeked, and Worthy left him.
He peeked, huh? The Lakers are up by 5 for the third time. 5:17 to play in the half. Kristoviak with the ball out in front, guarded by Perkins. His return, screened by Karl Malone. Kristoviak bounce under to Karl. Beautiful play. Nice. That's a fine play by Kristoviak. 40-37. Karl Malone in the ball game now with his 10th point. Humphries with the ball. Humphries around a pick. Humphries on the pick and roll to Kristoviak. Ball knocked loose by the Thief, and the Thief steals the ball. Here comes the Thief with the ball. Pass the ball to Eldon. He's underneath for a left-hand layup. Didn't get it. He was fouled hard by Benoit. Nice fast break. You show the fans at the Great Western Forum this, and they'll applaud you. They won't boo you like they've been doing. They want to see action, and if you just give them a good contest like this, Stu, they'll appreciate it.
Well, the Thief was at work that time. He knocked the ball right out of Kristoviak's hand and started the fast break. And Eldon Campbell gets fouled. He's at the line shooting 2.
His life. Boy, both free throws are the same. Lousy. And the rebound is off, taken by Karl Malone. He gives to Johnny Stockton. Stockton, 21 feet out for 2. Didn't get it. Rebound is to Campbell. Fast break again. He's in the middle. He leads to Scott. Great play. Slam dunk. That's the way to do it, Campbell. Look over the floor and deliver it.
And that's the way to run the floor if you're the Lakers. Get out in transition and don't always fight 5-man defense.
Lakers by 5. Stockton couldn't get it back to him. Give to Corbin. Corbin down the middle. Bounce under to Kristoviak. He's hammered to the floor. And that's, oh, look at Campbell. Campbell's going nuts. He thinks he had a good block. 2 shots coming to Krzysztofiak. All right, here's the ball to Jeff Malone. Out in front to Corbin. 22 feet out for 2. No good rebound. Krzysztofiak underneath. Put it up and in. 42-39 is the score. And the Los Angeles Lakers coming the other way.
Very good first half so far. It's 3 minutes, 14 seconds to play in the half. The Lakers see themselves with a 3-point lead. 42-39 on the Lakers Basketball Network.
Lakers' next stop will be in Washington. More about that game later. The ball to James Edwards. Turn, shoot over Karl Malone and score on a 15-footer. He stepped away from Malone, and Malone was nailed to the floor. That's 2 points for Edwards.
And they let James Edwards work one-on-one that time. I was surprised they didn't double team.
Stockton backs up to the 3-point line. Inside a wrestling match. The pass is going to be a foul on James Edwards. Edwards was holding Karl Malone. Karl Malone is going to Lee Jones, the head official, and telling him, hey, they're killing me tonight.
Well, James did a good job of fronting, but after the ball was thrown over the top, he used his hands and held a little bit. Had he not held, possibly that ball would have been going out of bounds anyhow.
That's only the Lakers' first team foul. That's a good foul, as the head coach was yelling out to his club. Corbin with the ball. Corbin gives the ball to Johnny Stockton. Stockton dribbling at the 3-point line. Will he fire a 3? No. Takes it into Karl Malone. Karl down the middle of Krzysztofiak. He pump fakes once, jumps into his man, and puts it up and in. He really let the body fly into the defender Perkins. 44-41. Krzysztofiak says, they did it to me at the other end with Scott. I'll do it to them. Now we got Street with it, taking it into James Edwards. Edwards turn to the base, lose the ball. Johnny Stockton steals it. Twice he's led the league in steals. Stockton gives the ball to Krzysztofiak. Under he goes. Score. The Laker lead is 1. 44-43. A minute and 39 to play.
Well, every time the Jazz have picked up a loose ball or a turnover, they've made the Lakers pay.
All right, here's Street trying to dribble away from trouble. Does a handstand as he slipped. Goes again to the base. 15-footer on the way. No. Rebound to Karl Malone, his 5th of the game. Into the eye, was poked by Karl Malone accidentally. Street, he's at the other end in great pain. Jump shot by Jeff Malone, and the Lakers got to take a timeout. 20-second timeout. He cannot see. His left eye, I think he got a finger on the Lakers Basketball Network. Yep. Lead. Perkins has got the ball. The Lakers are standing around. Now the ball with 5 in the clock. Cooper shoots for a 2-pointer. Didn't get it. Didn't get close. The rebound to Krzysztofiak. And I'll tell you, he's taken over this game.
He's played very well since he came in.
The ball to Jeff Malone. Down the middle. Brings it out to Stockton. He was tempted for the 3-point try. 42 seconds left. Stockton in deep on Cooper. Brings it out to Krzysztofiak. He faked. Didn't travel. Give the ball to Stockton. 9 in the clock. Stockton's 20-footers. An air ball goes out of bounds. That was not a good play by John Stockton. It was not a John Stockton type play.
Yeah, when John received the ball, he had glanced at the clock. I think he read the clock wrong. There were 8 or 9 seconds on the 24, and he fired up an air ball.
Shooting, he's nothing for 4 in this ball game, and on the year he's 45%. Now the Lakers with 24 seconds left with the 24-second clocks at 13. Ball to Perkins. Perkins out in front to Cooper. The young rookie from SC goes to dribble. Stop. That's an easy shot for him, and he makes a 10-footer. Nice shot. I shouldn't say easy because nothing easy when you got these big guys coming at you.
Those little baby jump shots are very difficult.
He made a nice move, didn't he? Lakers by 1. 10 seconds left. 7 seconds left. Now here's Stockton. He wants to get a hoop. So he does. When the good ones want a hoop, they get a hoop. 47-46. 2 seconds. Ball knocked away and out of bounds. 1.5 seconds left. Just going to be a prayer. He traveled with it. Yeah. He caught it and traveled. Bad traveling violation. Turnovers for the Los Angeles Lakers. Not with 2/10. Lob all the way under. Nobody's going to get it but Edwards. Edwards gets it. And in a half, the Jazz lead the Lakers 47-46, Stu.
In a half that was played well by both teams. Let's see how they do in the second.
Coming up at halftime in interviews, Stu will have with Frank Layden. You'll love Big Frank.
Frank Layden, president of Utah Jazz. That's a pretty good job if you can get it.
I'll tell you one thing. If I knew how easy presidents had it, I would have got here sooner. You know what I mean? I can really see Clinton. Probably running Arkansas was a tough job. But the president, you just designate. You know what I mean? I don't know how to type, Stu. I don't know how to, to do anything in the office. I can't take shorthand. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, I know how to handle people, and I just got them moving all over the place, Tea times, that's important. Tea times.
And you're doing a lot of the decision-making, though, player personnel. You got a pretty good basketball team here in Utah. 24-12. Not a lot of talk going on right now about the Utah Jazz, but I think it's a team to reckon with.
we're a good team, and, you know, we're not hitting on all cylinders yet. You know, we felt we made a good trade during the off season, getting Jay Humphreys and Larry Krystkowiak, and they have improved our team. But to tell you the truth, I feel, Stu, we haven't really played as well as we're capable of playing yet, and yet we're a little bit better record-wise than we were a year ago. So perhaps we'll get on the right beam maybe towards April when it counts.
Yeah, that's definitely when it counts, and you'll be there in April, no question about it. And you talked about the trade with Jay Humphreys and Larry Krystkowiak, giving up Eric Murdoch and Blue Edwards. It's a type of a trade that really helps both basketball teams.
Well, you know, you hate to give up on Blue Edwards. He's a great athlete, and certainly Murdoch was an unknown. He didn't get a chance to play very much here. I think both of them are going to have great careers. But to get something good, you got to give up something good. And we needed somebody that we could hand the ball to in the event that John Stockton were to go down. You know, he got hurt in the playoffs last year, and it just scared the heck out of us. So we felt that Jay Humphreys, a veteran player, if we would have to play 2 weeks without John, we certainly... I don't think anybody can replace John, but at the same time, we'd be putting a veteran player out there. And it's turned out that Krystkowiak, which really nobody paid much attention to at the time, has really played well. And there's been a nice surprise in the fact that he's done a good job of playing two positions and backing up Karl Malone, and, of course, helping us at the center position where Mark Eaton has been injured.
You know, before Frank got into the pro game, you were coaching at the University of Niagara. Didn't I see just recently that they had a game last night that they lost after a long winning streak?
You know, it was the longest winning streak in the history of the school. They tied for the longest winning streak. You know, Niagara has great basketball tradition. Like a lot of small Catholic schools in the last few years, it's kind of been tough for them to compete with the big conferences. But they do have a background. Larry Costello played there. Calvin Murphy played there. Hubie Brown played there. We've had some great players there, but more recently they haven't been very lucky. But they got a good, energetic young coach. He lost his opening game by 4 points to St. John's, and then won his next 11. And last night they lost to Manhattan by 1 point. But those things happen. But they got a fine team this year, Stu.
Yes, they do. I noticed you're wearing the black armband. You took it off for the interview. We're happy about that. Frank, it's always a pleasure talking with you. We'll be back with more. Chick and I will have halftime highlights after this. This is the Los Angeles Lakers Basketball Network.
Very effective in the first half. Lakers led it almost all the way. He brings the ball to Perkins, and he shoots over the big man Eaton and scores. Eaton's going to have to go out on him, and if he goes out on him, he's going to dribble around him.
That's why Mark Eaton is not going to play many minutes in this ball game.
He's got a bad wheel. I asked if it swells up, and he said no, but it gets very sore. Stockton with the ball. Stockton takes it over to Jeff Malone. Back out in front to Corbin. Corbin from DePaul in Chicago to Stockton to Gonzaga. In low to Karl Malone. Fall away 17-footer. Nice shot. Nice shot.
Well, he had a quiet 10, as you said, in the first half. Look for him to go for at least 15 or 20 in the second.
I think so, too. All right, 49-48. The good ones, you just don't stop. Stockton bumps into three stops and hits it as Stockton fell down. That was Johnny's fault all the way.
There was contact on the play. Stockton lucky he didn't get a foul called on himself.
Yes, he was.
But he fell, and then he gave up the 2 points.
Been better for his team if it had called a foul. They wouldn't have had the 2 points against him. Anyway, the Lakers have a 1-point lead in the third. Now the ball over to Corbin. Screen set by Eaton. That could take care of four guys. Now the ball out in front to Jeff Malone. Eaton was alone underneath. Jeff dribbling on Byron. Byron knocks it loose. It's a free ball, and Perkins comes up with it, or does the Thief? The Thief does. Nice play by Byron Scott. Thief with it. Over to Scott. He wants a three-pointer. Couldn't get it. Drives around Karl Malone. Underneath. Lays it up and blows the layup. The rebound is off to Karl Malone. Malone to Stockton. Dribble drive all the way under. Lays it up and gets his second basket of the game.
And boy, did Johnny took a fall that time. No foul was called, but Stockton hit the floor rather hard.
Gets him the ball. Perkins shoots and misses. Brings in and comes out, and the rebound is a Stockton. Linked at the court pass to Corbin. He's got it. Stops. Gives underneath to Karl. And the Lakers came apart at the seam in that sequence. And it's now 53-50, and I've got that as the biggest lead of the game. 3 points for the Jazz. Around, you can batter him around, and he just keeps that straight face and keeps killing you with his great play. Here's the ball down the middle. Joe Malone in the lane, turn, shoot, and make a 15-footer, just beating the 3-second count. 55-52.
Still falling away, still knocking down jumpers.
Is that right, 8? I thought he had more than that. Stockton takes it over to Corbin. 16-foot jumper by Corbin is good. Now the Lakers got to watch the scoreboard here. They need, good call. Good call. They take a 20-second timeout.
Yeah, 20-second timeout by the Lakers, and the Lakers said they were down by 5. Biggest one in the game on the Lakers Basketball Network.
7-52, the Lakers' biggest deficit. Threet with the ball in the front court, gives it to Perkins. Dribble around the big man, Eaton, and going to the basket, he is fouled. Reaching in and fouling, trying to help out with Johnny Stockton. Stockton's the only guy in the building that isn't screaming it was a bad call. They got a picture on the big screen of Saddam Hussein. Wait, I'm going to boo too. Boo! 8:30 left to play. 57-53, the Lakers trail. Here's the ball over to Corbin. 2 in a row from there. No rebound and knocked it. Uh-oh, look out! Those things start fights. Worthy and Karl Malone got all entwined, and Worthy leveled him. History of the game.
Yeah, he shoots off of 1 foot. He shoots falling away, falling to the side. It doesn't matter.
That's their biggest lead. In fact, it's the biggest lead for either team. Worthy turns and shoots over Corbin and makes a 17-footer. 59-55. And the Los Angeles Lakers come back, see what they can do about holding them down. With the ball, we got it to Karl Malone out in front. Karl brings it to Stockton. Stockton's 20-footer is straight, and it's good. That baby was in all the way.
Yeah, he knew it, too. From the second it left his hand, he was backpedaling.
61-55, 7.5 minutes left to play here in the third period. The Lakers trail it. Threet with the ball. Threet down the middle. Stockton bumps him. Threet shoots it anyway and makes it anyway. They're having a lot of fun. 61-57.
Well, you have 2 guys there that just love to play.
Yeah, the 3 of them.
3 of them, but none of them jumped.
Stockton with the ball, dribble drive in deep, ball knocked loose by Byron Scott and out of bounds off Stockton. He's going crazy. He's going to get a tee here pretty soon. There it is, technical on Johnny. Timeout is called. Johnny Stockton got a tee. We'll be back, and maybe by then the booing will have ceased. On the Lakers Basketball Network.
Yeah, that's the bad part about it.
Free throw is good in the tee, and the Lakers trail 61-58. Vlade's in the ball game for the Lakers. The front court, the ball is in to Perkins. Perkins wants it back in, he can't. Gets the ball back, turns, shoots, and kind of it goes, it goes! He's fouled by Karl Malone. Boy, that's a heck of a shot. I'm not saying he tried to bank it. He was just throwing it after he felt the slap on the arm, but it had English on it.
Did they catch Karl Malone or did they catch Johnny Stockton? I think they
both fouled him.
They catch Johnny, I think. Good concentration by Sam Perkins as he, with the nice follow-through, gets the basket and a 3-point opportunity.
They both fouled him, 1 on each arm. I'm not sure which they called it on. Are you positive?
I thought he said 12.
All right, that's good enough for me. Second, no good. Rebound is off. The Lakers had a chance to tie it, so they'll settle for a 61-60 disadvantage. Stockton out in front. Stockton takes it to Corbin. That's his shooting area right there. Brown under the basket in traffic. Karl Malone puts it up. Blocked by Vlade. Back to Karl. 8-foot jumper. Good. Nice reflex action by Karl Malone. Nice.
Yeah, he stayed right in there, got his own block shot, and then put it in.
He's made 3 out of 4 shots in this quarter. He's got 16 points. 14 on the 24. The inbound pass to Brown, who fumbles it. It goes to Threet. There goes Vlade. Here comes Threet. Green to the right. Ball to Vlade. Right it up. Score it. Boy, that was perfect point guard play. Keeping the ball to the proper moment by Sadek.
Yes, that way you don't make your 7-footer have to dribble it. Make him catch and shoot.
In front to Perkins. Perkins guarded by Karl Malone. Back to Cooper. Cooper's got the shot and shoots it. It's on the way, and it's in and out. Heartbreak. Rebound is off. Magnificently scored by Perkins. He's taken on a new life, moving to the center position, Stu.
Looks awfully good, and that time nobody boxed him out, so he just went and got an offensive rebound.
He had to fight his way through a picket fence of bodies, too. If Vlade can't outjump this guy, we're in trouble. Vlade tips it to the sideline. And Dwayne Cooper has to race for the ball. The Lakers are up by a point. 4:14 to play in an entertaining game. Hope you're finding it that way in the simulcast. I'm Chick Hearn with Stu Lantz. Susan Stratton directing, producing for Channel 9. Here's a jump shot by Byron outside. He drills the 2-pointer. And the Lakers go back in front by 3 after trailing by 6.
But Byron did an excellent job of squaring up that time.
Didn't he? All right, we're back at the beautiful Delta Center. Some people down in Santa Monica. Maureen Schwartz. Malone with it. Out in front to Karl Malone. Now the ball given to Corbin. Corbin in low to Humphries. 12 in the 24. Humphries gives it out in front to Jeff Malone. He comes down the middle. There's that jump shot. Alley-oop. Boy, he's good at that alley-oop. It's beautiful. That was a 10-footer.
That was a runner, too, off of 1 foot.
And usually the wrong foot.
Yeah.
66-65, the Lakers. Cooper with the ball to AC. Down the middle goes Byron. In playing the low post is Perkins. They get it into Perkins. Turn, shoot over Malone. His shot no good. The bounce is long, and the long bounce goes to Corbin. To the other Malone, Jeff. Back to Corbin at the base. 17-footer, that's good. Timeout, the Lakers do. They trail by 1.
Lakers trail by 1. Coach Randy Funn not allowing the Jazz to get on any kind of long runs as he calls another timeout. Ty Corbin knocking it down on the Lakers Basketball Network.
With the ball dribbling, trailing by 1 point. Vlade posting up. Pass into Vlade. Vlade holds it. Vlade back out. Bounce pass to Cooper. 9 in the 24 to Peeler for 3. It's straight. Went in and came out. The rebound tip to Worthy. Worthy's 15-footer good. I'm going to give that tip to Vlade.
That's good offensive work by Vlade and AC Green to get the ball over to Worthy.
Sure was. Play with 2:14 to play in the third. Corbin underneath to Karl Malone. Throws it up. Wild shot. He falls down a lot, you know. Ball to Cooper. Karl Malone's laying on the floor as though he's injured. He hasn't moved yet.
I think he's mad more than anything. He can't figure it out. He's trying to figure out why he's not getting the call as he threw up the shot quickly.
It's a penalty situation.
They can't take a timeout.
Well, they're out of fouls, so there's going to be some free throws taken. He has time to get up. Ty Corbin gave him a good pass, and he fired up the shot.
He's hurt.
Fell down. Then he got fallen upon by AC Green. That's one thing. When you fall, you better get out of the way of those bodies and those feet.
You saw a guy fall off his trampoline at halftime and get a severe cut in his head. Landed on his head on the floor. He was up. The trampoline mat was at least 4 or 5 feet in the air.
1% free throw shooter this season. Knocks down the first. He has the second.
Free throw is good, and the Lakers have a lead of 70-67. It's been a seesaw struggle. Both teams have had good advantages. The biggest lead of the game was held by Utah 6. The Lakers led by 5 4 different times. Now 2 minutes to play in the period. Humphries with it, pick and roll to Brown. Brown to the dribble.
Get out of the way.
Brown bounce nicely. That's a good pass. And look at this guy make that short-range shot. Jeff Malone. I don't know of anybody in the league that shoots that short-range shot better than him. The lead is 1. Pass in low to Karl Malone. Karl turns, shoots 16-footer, in and out, stays out. Rebound is off. Brown's got it. Pump fakes, puts it over the rim, no good. Rebound is off and it's taken by Green. And I want to tell you, there's elbows flying under the basket. Somebody's going to get hurt or kicked out or get a flagrant foul. Maybe 2 guys. Bounce pass into Vlade, and here's a foul on Vlade Divac. Vlade now in a tussle with Humphries. Oh, come on, guys. Vlade and Humphries went to the floor, and that's the last I saw of them until the referee called a foul on Vlade Divac. I told you just a second ago there was going to be trouble here, and there is.
Well, when Vlade went to the floor, also Jay Humphries went to the floor, and they got a little tangled, and I think Jay Humphries, his foot may have hit Vlade, and then they pushed. Then big Mike Brown went over to get into it, and that's when the so-called scuffle broke out.
There goes Vlade. He's kicked out.
No, he didn't.
Well, they're telling me here that he's kicked out. He's not kicked out. It's a technical foul.
Technical foul to Jay Humphries. Double technical, I think.
Double technical.
Yeah.
No free throws to be attempted. 1.5 seconds left to play when it came in. Here's a 3 by Stockton. He hit it. Johnny Stockton. What a big play. And again, the Lakers in the final minute and a half succumbing to points.
And they were just trying to take 2 shots for 1, and they get the 3-pointer out of it.
Pass in James Edwards, excuse me. Edwards turned at the base. 17-foot jumper won't go. Rebound is off. Foul will be on Peeler. That's free throw time.
Well, the Lakers seemingly really falling apart right now.
In every quarter at the end of the quarter.
They trail by 4, going on 5 or 6 with only 20 seconds left to play.
Last time down, Edwards took a very hard shot. Rebound is off. Green wants it. Karl Malone doesn't want him to have it, but Green gets it anyway. So they miss both free throws. 15 seconds left. The coach yelling, and the player turns his head to look back down floor. That's not good. Here's Cooper double team. Give the ball to AC. 6 seconds left. AC dribble drive. Feed the ball to Edwards. 3 seconds. He shoots a 15-footer and hits it. James Edwards on a control pass from Green. Humphries for 3. No good.
Oh.
At the end of the quarter, the Los Angeles Lakers 72. The Utah Jazz 74. Benoit, but pronounced Benoit. All right, here's Johnny Stockton. Here's over to Humphries. Jay takes it in low to Brown. He's going to shoot, maybe. He shoots it. It'll count if it goes. It didn't go. He's fouled by James Edwards. He had a look in his eye that said, Stu and Chick, watch this.
Yeah, he definitely had his mind made up, and that's one of the things as an offensive player you don't want to do.
The free throw is good again. He's got 10. Brown's biggest game this year was 15. The biggest game he ever had. He had 24 one night. And the Lakers trail by 4, 76-72. Campbell in there, give to Worthy, underneath the basket to Edwards. He's hit hard and fouled by Jay Humphries. Humphries, all he wanted to do, he wasn't playing dirty, he just wanted to make sure he didn't slam it.
50% from the field. Last 7 games, though, 67%.
Free throw good, 76-73. The Lakers are behind. And coming out of the backcourt with the ball is Johnny Stockton for Kristoviak to bring it out to. Bounce instead underneath the Brown. He turns and shoots and misses. Where's Karl Malone all this time? Here's a rebound to Campbell. Or else maybe he's hurt. Maybe he did get hurt. Here's Street with the ball.
He'll be back.
Takes it in low. I know he will. Edwards turn around. Oh, he hits a tough 18-footer. Kristoviak shakes his head, says I was in his face. That's 7 for James. That was a heck of an acquisition by Jerry West, I'll tell you that. Picks it up. Street takes it into Edwards. Turn. Shoot over Brown from 17. That's too long. Rebound is off. Free ball. Stockton. Here they come. It's 4 on 3. Stockton in the middle. We're really dishing. He'll give the ball to Humphries. Underneath the score. Great decision. Timeout the Lakers.
When you talk about decision making, John Stockton will make the right decision. He comes down. He surveys. He says, Jay, you look like you can get me an easy assist. And he does on the Lakers Basketball Network.
Coming with the ball in the front court. We've got the pass over to Byron. He's away from Humphries to try a suicidal steal. A free shot at the basket, but Byron couldn't make it. He'll shoot 2. He heard the whistle. The free throw by Scott. That's good. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Malone didn't look like a happy player in that picture. 8 minutes left to play. 80-76 is the score. The Los Angeles Lakers are behind as Scott made the second free throw. The ball over to Stockton. Wanted to drive the base, and Street shut him off at the pass. Now Johnny Stockton comes out in front. Screen by Brown. Around it goes Stockton. To the baseline goes Stockton. Wings it out in front to Humphrey. 5 on the clock. Dribble drive down the middle. Under to Brown. Shot blocked, but fouled. I'll tell you one thing. Perkins had a big hand on the ball. The rest of it must have been body. Both free throws are good. Brown's got a good ball game. Very good. 82-76. The Lakers are down by 6 for the second time. We've got only 7:40 to play. Street with the ball. Brings it out to Perkins. 22 feet out he shoots. Didn't make it. The rebound is off. And if the Lakers are going to try to live in that outside shot, they're going to be in trouble. Byron Scott yelling at the referee. They're going to call a foul on Byron pushing off. That's 3 fouls on him. 22. His career high 28. Free throw good. And it's the biggest lead of the game for either team. 83-76. 7.5 to play, and the Lakers going to have to step it up a gear now.
And this club here at home is not too shabby. They're 13-4, but they got a 12-game winning streak at home.
Out in front to Worthy for 2. He's on the line. Shot no good. Great rebound by Campbell. He wants to put it up and doesn't. Misses. Rebound by Perkins. Good. Now Perkins did the only thing he could while he was in the air. Score it. If he comes down, they're going to block him before he gets back up.
Good board work by Eldon Campbell.
83-78 is the score. And 6:38 left to play. Lots of time in this ball game. Stockton telling Humphries where to go. Humphries went there. Stockton goes around Scott. Give the ball to Kristoviak. Oh, what a play. What a great play.
Eldon Campbell that time became a spectator, and his man went right to the basket.
Back to Sedale. 7 on the clock. 6 on the clock. It's to Perkins. Perkins down the middle. Hangs. 15-footer won't go down. The rebound is off. Perkins gets it away from Karl Malone. Gives the ball to Street. 17 feet out. He misses. Rebound is off. Campbell tries, and there's a foul going to be, I think, against the Lakers. Let's see. It's against the Lakers, and it's against Eldon Campbell.
His third.
The free throw by Karl is good. Now, I just told the referee it was the wrong shooter, and Lee Jones, a veteran and a good one, is going to ask the other refs, who was it? If he wants to see our picture, we'll show him who it was. It was not Karl Malone. He wasn't even in the picture.
And they're trying to correct it.
And I hope
they bring in David Benoit to make the proper free throw shooter shoot the 2 free throws.
Now the crowd's getting on the officials. I think it shows some confidence in your reporting, buddy. That's what I think it shows, and I'm very proud of it. Benoit, free throw good.
It's becoming academic, though, as Benoit knocks down the first of two.
Made them both. That's fine. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Unless you're Karl Malone.
What I like about it is that Lee Jones, the referee, called it the way the rule book has it written. Here's the ball to Campbell. Campbell to the base, in the air. Bank of 8. That's good. That's the second time he's used that bank shot tonight. The first one went in and came out.
That angle, you should use the bank.
I know it, but so many don't, including him at times. Coming with the ball, Stockton. Coming down the floor, Benoit, and Perkins got into a pushing match. Jump shot by Krzysztofiak. No, the rebound by Jeff Malone. Blocked by Perkins. Perkins a block. 2 blocks in a row for the Lakers. Byron's 20-footer off the dribble. Good. And the Lakers pulled to within 3. 4:21 to play. This is the Lakers that we've been waiting for a couple of months. Win or lose, give the coaching staff credit. Headed by Randy Fund. 10 on the 24, 4:05 in the game clock. Stockton with the ball. The Lakers have blocked their last 2 shots. They won't block this one. Karl Malone underneath scores. The Lakers got mixed up on their rotation. Got totally mixed up. Nice bounce pass from Johnny Stockton for Malone's 20th point.
Running at Sedale, and he really, I think, distracted Sedale a little bit.
Stockton's got 15 assists, and here he is with the ball again. Dribble drive, stop, holds it up, wants to go to Karl Malone. Being fronted. Now he gets behind Green, gets the ball, puts it up and in. Basket count. Foul on Perkins. Nice play. And again, an excellent, unbelievable pass by Stockton.
Well, I talk about it all the time. Once you get him to pick up his dribble and he has no dribble left, he being John Stockton, you just have to smother him, not let him make any kind of a pass other than a hurried pass. If he can even see the target, he's going to make a good pass.
Lakers could go down by 9 if he can make 2.
Well, he only gets the 1.
That's right. He made a basket, didn't he? All right. They go down by just 8. 2:42 to play. The ball into James Worthy. Lakers need a hoop right now. Worthy down the middle, shoots, he's fouled. The basket's good. Foul by Corbin. So Worthy can get a 3-pointer with 2:28 left to play.
Point opportunity.
Worthy makes the 3-point play good, and the Lakers trail 92-87. James Worthy in the ball game now with 15 points. The Lakers have made 20 of 26 free throws. The Locals have made 16 of 19. Corbin's got it in the stalling game now. They're going to run as much time off the clock as they can. Back to Corbin. 10 on the 24. Cross-court pass. Jeff Malone skies to get it to Skoziak. Out the free throw line. Karl Malone. Ball falls off, and Worthy gets the rebound. Karl thought he had that one. So did I. Ball to Scott. He'll pull up and shoot. That's 3 of it goes. It went.
All of a sudden, we've got a 2-point ball game.
And 2 minutes to play. They don't call a timeout. 92-90. How do you like these fighting Lakers? A new feeling on the ball club with that starting unit that they came up with at night.
But they're in a half-court trap, and
they're Stockton.
They're chasing a lot.
Stockton's got the ball, lobs it under the basket. Karl Malone's there, puts it up, blows it, gets it back, puts it up, blows it. Foul on Byron Scott. Sacrificed the 4th one, so they really only have 3 left. The free throw is good. Timeout. 4-point ball game. 94-90 is the score. Pulls it up. Worthy against Krzysztofiak. Worthy backing in, wants to turn and shoot. He can't. Gives out the 3. Over to Byron. 8 on the 24. In low to Perkins. They knock it loose. He picks it up. Foul.
Stockton.
Johnny. Oh. No, it's not Stockton at all. That's on Corbin. Rebounds. What? Perkins brings the Lakers to within a basket. 1:22 left to play. And the Lakers trail 94-92. This is when you need what is called a stopper. Here's the pass to nobody guarding Corbin. He brings it way back out in front and handling it out there. The Utah Jazz have Jeff Malone taking it to Krzysztofiak and now to Stockton. Stockton on the simulcast holds it up. He wants to go to Karl Malone. Can't yet. Corbin wants to go to Karl Malone and does. Karl Malone 2 on the clock, 1 on the clock. He didn't get it away, I don't think. The rebound is off. They say he did, I guess. And Stockton's got it. Oh, that shot by Malone to beat the 24 had to be right on the money.
Right on the money.
46 seconds, a new set on the 24. Stockton's got the ball. The Lakers had a stopper, it looked like, but it didn't come to fruition. Now we got 9 seconds on the 24. Stockton dribble drive, pushes a man down, got away with it. Offensive foul, but the rebound is Corbin. They got a very lucky break in 2 places. The ball bounced to Corbin, and Stockton got away with a straight arm right into the gut of Treat, who was really upset. and holding himself. He got hurt. He got an elbow. Stockton goes around a pick by Kristofiak. 7 in the 24. Come to the baseline. 5 in the 24. Jeff Malone off balance. Hit it. Timeout, the Lakers. Well, I want to tell you, no gang of guys ever tried harder than the Lakers did in that sequence, and they come up empty. Nobody ever tried harder.
That was the key. They had 2 quick stops, or 2 consecutive stops. They couldn't get that third one. They trailed by 4 on the Lakers Basketball Network.
Ball in low to Perkins. Got to shoot it in a hurry. He missed it. Rebound tipped up. And goes to Karl Malone. Karl Malone is fouled immediately. And this ball game will be history. 3 3/10 seconds left. The Jazz win their 25th game of the year in 37 starts. They snap a 2-game losing streak. And the Lakers now are 19-18 on the year. 18 rebounds. As I said at the top of the show, they got a 2-man tandem. Stockton and Malone. They live off of each other. They really do. And that's great. 98-92. Pass length to court to Byron. Dribble drive underneath the concession basket. And the final score will be 98-94. 8/10 of a second left. And the ball game is over. Tough ball game. Tough ball game. Great one to win. Tough one to lose. After recent Laker games, everybody went away with their head down. And though they didn't get the W tonight, you cannot have your head down. You can be very proud of them. We'll be back. Final score, the Jazz 98, the Lakers 94 on the Lakers Basketball Network. That you did. Final score, the Los Angeles Lakers bow to the Utah Jazz 98-94. And one of the reasons they were out rebounded 53-35. Our AT&T player of the game has something to say about the rebounds too.
I'll say he did. He had almost half of what the Lakers had. Karl Malone's the AT&T player of the game. 27 points, 18 rebounds, 17 of his 27 points in the second half, as we expected. He averages 27 points, and he got it right on the nose. And when he's down low, he's just a real hard worker and very difficult to stop. And he becomes the AT&T player of the game.
It's a very good basketball team, winning their 25th game of the year. They got off to a slow start, even losing some games here in this building where they're not used to doing that. But tonight they hung on and won. But tonight the Los Angeles Lakers clung on and darn near won. It was the kind of a game that provided a lot of experience and a lot of thrills for us. And I think probably the Lakers grew up a little bit tonight. And they don't have to play again until Sunday when they play Washington. And at Washington they're going to run into every game's tough for the Lakers this year. It's going to be tough for them. But if they put out an effort like this, they're going to get some W's along the way.
There's no question about that, and they're going to always run into tough games, as you mentioned, but it's the effort, and if they play like they did tonight, and they played tonight for 48 minutes, and they just played a good basketball team on their own floor, or else the Lakers would have been a victory dance celebrating tonight.
The Lakers did a lot of new things tonight, predicated on this season as it's gone so far. They were hustling up and down. They tried their best right to the final buzzer. They closed to within 2 with just a few seconds left. But then on 3 straight possessions by the Jazz, they got it back each time they missed.
Yeah, that's the key. They got it back each time they missed. But again, the effort that the Lakers put forth tonight really is something they can be proud of. I know that's no consolation to losing the ball game, but you have to look to the future. And the future on Sunday looks pretty good.
Normally the Lakers would fly out tonight, but because it's so far east to Washington, D.C., they won't go out until tomorrow morning. For Stu Lantz, I'm Chick Hearn, reminding you again the final score, the Jazz 98, the Lakers 94. Good night, all.